I didn't like the fella I saw in the mirror.
This year alone, he's spoken to 40,000 people, travelled 45,000 Ks with zero financial assistance from the government.
You don't know why they've done that?
All to encourage Kiwis to talk, to understand what leads people to suicide.
You only see them as like your parents, so you don't think that they've been through stuff that you would have gone through when you were younger.
When he talks, he doesn't mince his words.
Bollocks. Absolute bollocks.
He knows firsthand about depression and is adamant the system we have isn't working.
We need something that's at the top of the cliff.
So what does he think the solution could be?
People who are having suicidal thoughts are people who are just hurting.
And Mike King is with us now. So people, Mike, don't understand why people commit suicide. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think our focus for suicide prevention is on the 20% of the population who have the problem, and we're not focusing on the 80% of the population who know nothing about mental health, who can't understand why anyone would want to take their life, but whose judgmental attitude is having the greatest effect on the 20%. So standard stats will tell you that 20% of the population, 20% of the kids in school will have a major depressive episode at some stage associated with some type of suicidal thinking. But the stat you never hear about is 80% of those kids will never ask for help.
Do they come from troubled backgrounds? I mean, can you spot one of these kids or not?
They come from all backgrounds. That's the thing. This, you know, I think for too long we've focused on ethnicity and said, you know, it's a Māori problem, it's this problem. It's a people problem. You know, and right now people think that suicide is a mental health problem. 579 people. I can see people in their houses right now going, well, you know, they're crazy people and you can't stop them if they want to. But think about this. 55 children took their own lives last year. 55 children, one 10 years old.
But do we know what it is? Because, I mean, we all at some point have some sort of depressive episode. Yep. Life is tough, you lose a job, your marriage breaks up, whatever it is. Yep. But there's a massive gap between that and leaping off a bridge.
Yep. People are hurting. 3 reasons people take their own lives. 1, I'm hurting. I just want the pain to stop. 2, I'm causing hurt. I'm a burden to everybody, and if I wasn't here, everyone would be better off without me. Or 3, I want to cause hurt. So if we can just help New Zealanders to recognise that these people aren't drama queens. They are not attention seekers. They're not cowards. They're just New Zealanders who are hurting. So instead of us saying, get these people the help, we all need to look in the mirror and say to ourselves, what can I do? What can I do to make life easier and better for these vulnerable New Zealanders?
Why isn't that message getting through? Because it feels like there's more of it around. You know, you've got your Sir John Kirwins coming out and saying it's okay to talk. So why are the stats not moving?
Because we're focused in the wrong areas. The main areas that we're focused on with suicide in New Zealand is intervention, halfway down the cliff, or postvention, the ambulance driving away at the bottom of the cliff. And again, that is focusing on the 20% of the people who have the problem. What we need to be doing is suicide prevention, educating everybody about what people are going through, how you talk to someone who may be suicidal. If we can create positive societal attitudinal change, a society where people where it's okay for people to talk about their problems and make it okay to ask for help rather than this harden up, stay staunch culture.
Is anyone doing it well internationally? Has anyone got a model that you look at and they've actually made some cut-throughs?
In Scotland, they've had a few breakthroughs there, but you know, all the models that work well, they're involving communities. You know, we've got a government right now who is looking for a blanket solution, a solution that will fix everybody. Look, you know, if there's 10 suicides in Hawke's Bay and there's 10 suicides in North Otago, the only thing those 2 communities have in common is they've lost 10 people. The solution, the reasons why people in North Otago are taking their lives are completely different from Hawke's Bay. So you have to engage the communities.
How do you do that, Mike, though? Do you send them into schools? I mean, how do you practically engage the community?
Easy. Go and talk to the people who are out there that aren't funded to work with these people. Go into the schools. Talk to the people that are there helping disadvantaged people on a daily basis. The people in the soup kitchens. Talk to the St. John's. Talk to the police. Talk to people that aren't being funded, because funded people will keep giving you the same answer. We're doing a great job. We're doing a great job. You know, we've got the People's Mental Health Review currently going at the moment. We've had hundreds and hundreds of stories come from people telling their experiences with the mental health system. And surprise, surprise, 70% of the people who have approached mental health services have had a bad experience. 70%. But what I want to know is, let's focus on the 30% that had a great experience. Let's replicate those services.
What worked for them?
The government needs to take a stock take of the mental health services. You know, Jonathan Coleman says that everything's fine, he's got it all under control. Well, Jonathan, you've lost 579 people in your